Double force attack. Force attack or last stand stacking allows you to stack the attack and defense bonus given by them infinitely. You do this by selecting the unit you want to force attack stack with, and then you just keep moving it from general to general each time clicking the force attack button. French double annex. If, as Germany, you do the collaboration government operation on France before defeating it, then still establish Vichy France, and then lastly establish a collaboration government in France, you gain a puppet which gives you 75% of its industry, almost all of the French Navy, and basically all French colonies. And unlike with Vichy France, you can ensure that they don't lose their colonies by reinforcing them, or alternatively, you annex them quickly and gain all of their colonies and their fleet for yourself. Equipment duplicating. Equipment duplicating works by land leasing equipment to a puppet and then annexing it. Once you annex them, you gain all of their stockpile, but the game still remembers the puppet's last stockpile. If you now release them again and annex them again, you doubled your stockpile. You can theoretically keep doing it infinitely, but due to the high time investment required in vanilla, it might be difficult. This works extremely well though in any mod that allows you to annex puppets faster, like Road to 56 RP, in which you can quickly release and annex a country over the state transfer tool over and over again. Manpower sponging. By queuing up a lot of divisions before capitulating, you can sponge manpower into your exile. Especially useful for nations like France that want to keep up big armies even after capitulating. License exploit. You can exploit any air license by changing the role of a plane. This not only gets rid of any license penalty, but also gives you ownership of all of the modules and the airframe. I see reduction stacking. If you license planes, tanks, or anything else from a nation with IC reductions, and you yourself have IC reductions, they both stack. This enables completely broken strategies like a 7 IC meta fighter. Double combat the defender. If you get attacked and then click the attacker from two separate tiles, you will start 2 attack bubbles. This makes your enemy have a double combat penalty even as a defender. This stays even when they stop attacking, which debuffs the enemy's stats by 50%. Mastery Gain exploit. To exploit Mastery Gain, create 2 with convert units with just 1 infantry battalion. Now create a unit with just 1 anti-air battalion and turn the anti-air equipment off. Now create a 3rd infantry template with as much infantry equipment as possible. Also turn off the equipment in these. Now spam out as many of the 2 with infantry as possible. After you did that, convert them into the anti-air template. Afterwards, you convert them into the 3rd infantry template. Now you wait till your 3rd infantry gains full manpower in them and then start training them. As you can see, they still only use 100 guns, but they allow you to grant mastery like if you were using a fully equipped 50 width division. Hot join license farming. If you license any ship or tank shortly before a hot join in a multiplayer lobby, you will get the modules bugged in, meaning that you can now put them on your own designs without researching the required technology. Paratrooper H. If you power drop any tile and then press H, you force a defensive battle instead of an offensive battle. This is extremely busted on tiles where the defender has a huge advantage, like the Maginot Line. Nuclear reactor bombing. This exploit is mainly a way to dodge restrictive rule sets. Many rule sets ban bombing things like railways for, let's just say, reasons. Anyways, it turns out that whenever you bomb non-existent buildings in a state like nuclear reactors, the bombers just target the lowest HP buildings, which just happens to be supply buildings anyways. Port strats. To farm AI divisions, take all the tiles surrounding a port of them. Now click the divisions out of the tile. The AI will keep moving new divisions into the tile over and over again, allowing you to kill a lot of units with barely any effort. Retreat cancelling. Retreat cancelling, also known as Freaky Last Stand or TFB Last Stand, can be done without command power and whenever there's a neighboring enemy division. Once you get clicked out of a tile, you click Ctrl Alt and left click any neighboring tile. This will end your retreat and make you stay on the tile. Air wing split training. To avoid any training losses while training your air, split it into air wings of 1. This way they don't take any training losses. The only problem is that this can cause lag, so keep that in mind in case you want to try it out in multiplayer, but in single player you should be good to go. Special Forces cap. For this one you need 2 templates, one 2-width infantry template and one 50-width infantry template. Deploy a lot of 2-width infantry, let's just say 100 or 200, since it doesn't actually take that much infantry equipment. And then, whenever you want to deploy more special forces, you quickly convert them to 50-width infantry. After deployed your special forces, you convert them back into 2-width templates to save the equipment and manpower. Spawn-in editing. Most countries get some sort of spawn-ins, and a lot of them can be exploited to give a lot more than they should. The most common method is to edit tank designs before getting spawn-in tanks, or sometimes even air. A good example for this are the French cuirassier divisions. I have no idea how to spell this, by the way. Before spawning them in, you just design the most expensive armor meme, heavy and medium tank, and then you get 8 divisions worth of super expensive Space Marines spawned in for free. Teleporting. Teleporting is one of the oldest HOI4 exploits. When you get attacked, you start retreating into the tile behind you. Afterwards, you click the tile that you want to teleport into. Now, despite being attacked, you are free to move into whatever enemy tile you want to move in, as long as you can clear out the enemy troops in there before. Paradox sadly fixed this exploit in most scenarios, with it nowadays only working if you send volunteers, for example, to the Spanish Civil War. Trade exploit. By shift clicking and then quickly clicking enter on mutually exclusive general trades in HOI4 multiplayer, you can glitch getting more trades than you physically should be able to, and you can even get mutually exclusive trades. This does also work in single player, but you probably need a marker or something like that, because the timing is way harder than in multiplayer. Double tag. This exploit is very rare in vanilla, if it exists at all. I didn't find an example personally, but extremely common in mods. If a focus tree or decision or whatever gives you a technology with passive bonuses, like let's say Concentrated Industry 1 or Mechanized, then you need to be researching that technology while finishing the focus, resulting in you getting the bonus twice. So in this case, 30% more output instead of 15% more output. And with that, I'm gonna end the video. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, write it into the comments. I will try to answer as many as possible. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.